There's a reason your deepest desires haven't fully shown up in your reality yet, and it has nothing to do with effort, worthiness, or even your thoughts. This might sting at first, but it will set you free. Positive thinking alone is not enough to change your life. In fact, your mind may be the very thing keeping you trapped in a cycle of almost manifestations and quiet frustration. You've probably been told that your thoughts create your reality. But here's the missing piece almost no one talks about. Thoughts are only the surface level of creation. The real architect is your vibration. A thought without vibration is like trying to start a fire with air alone. The spark never ignites. And vibration doesn't come from what you say you want. It comes from what you truly feel when no one is watching. Reality doesn't respond to words. It responds to frequency. Your thoughts can imagine the future, but it's your frequency that decides whether that future becomes real or stays a dream. This is the invisible battle so many fight without realizing it. The mind says affirmations, visualizes goals, and builds vision boards, while the deeper part of your being is still broadcasting fear, doubt, and unworthiness. That mismatch blocks manifestation before it even begins. Yes, the universe listens, but it listens to all of you, not just the part performing optimism. Your energy speaks louder than your language. That's why someone deeply rooted in self-trust can attract synchronicities effortlessly, while someone repeating the perfect mantra from a place of lack sees nothing shift. Misalignment begins when we overvalue the intellect and underestimate the intelligent ones of the heart. We've been conditioned to believe logic is king, that strategy alone will save us, and that manifestation's a mental checklist. This illusion of separation between mind and body, thought and feeling, self and source, costs us time, creates resistance, and keeps us in a life that almost changes but never quite does. You might feel it now, that subtle gap between what you say you believe and what you actually feel deep in your nervous system. That's not your fault. It's the result of living in a culture addicted to control and allergic to surrender. But if you're reading this, something deeper is already the waking up, a remembering that you are not just a thinker, you are a frequency being. Until you vibrate in harmony with what you seek, it cannot fully land in your life, no matter how much you want it. This isn't about rejecting the mind. It's about restoring the heart to its rightful place, a co-creator. When your thoughts and emotions align when your mind and heart speak the same vibrational language, you become magnetic to the life you were always meant to live. This isn't magic. It's current. It's quantum. And once you feel it, everything changes. Today is about stripping away the illusion that thinking alone is enough. We're pulling back the curtain to see the energy behind the words. We stop performing positivity and start transmitting truth. You're not here to beg reality to change. You're here to become the frequency reality cannot help but reflect. So ask yourself right now, are you just thinking about your dream life, or are you already becoming the one who lives it? There's a silent revolution happening in science, confirming what mystics and spiritual teachers have been saying for centuries. Your consciousness is not trapped in your brain. It doesn't live behind your eyes or inside your head. In truth, you are not inside your body. Your body is inside your consciousness. And the moment you let go of the belief that you are just your brain, that your awareness is confined to neurons, you begin to experience life as it truly is, projection of your infinite, multidimensional mind, not limited, not local, not bound by the physical. Physicist and mystic Dr. Amit Goswami describes consciousness as the ground of all being, not a product of matter, but its source. Deepak Chopra calls the mind a non-local field, transcending space and time. Bob Proctor reminds us we are energy and motion, spiritual beings having a human experience. These ideas aren't just poetic, they're now being validated by quantum science. Your brain is not the source of awareness. It's a receiver, a transducer. Just as a radio doesn't create music but tunes into frequencies already present, your brain tunes into streams of consciousness. And that stream is vast, infinite, multidimensional. Your body isn't a container, it's an antenna. Your skin, your cells, your nervous system are all designed to interpret vibration and transform it into what you experience as life. This is why thoughts can appear out of nowhere. Why intuition speaks with a clarity beyond logic, and why memories from lifetimes or realms beyond this one sometimes surface. Your consciousness isn't confined to your body because your true self was never physical. You are awareness having a temporary experience in form. And when you recognize that consciousness is non-local, you stop thinking of the quantum field as something out there to reach for. You realize you are immersed in it. You're not separate from the unified field. You are an extension of it. Your true power doesn't come from trying to control external events. It comes from harmonizing your internal frequency with the timeline you want to live. You're not pulling your desires toward you. You're tuning in to what already exists. Every emotion sends out a vibrational pattern, and when a clear intention is paired with elevated emotion, that signal ripples through the quantum field, not metaphorically, but measurably. The HeartMath Institute has shown your heart generates an electromagnetic field thousands of times stronger than your brain's, and it extends far beyond your body, influencing the energy around you. Here's the part most people miss. You don't create reality with thoughts alone. You create through coherence. When your mind, heart, and body align, your frequency becomes magnetic. That's when the field responds, not to what you wish for, but to what you embody. You've been taught you're separate, limited, and linear. You're none of those things. You're multidimensional awareness, constantly broadcasting signals into a living, intelligent field. Every thought, feeling, and act of presence shapes your next reality. Most manifestations fail because people try to get from the field without realizing they are the field. They hope, they visualize, but they do it from the vibration of lack, and the quantum field simply mirrors that state back. You are not your body. You are not just your mind. You are consciousness, aware, connected. When you live from that treasure truth, you don't force manifest it. You become the vibrational match of what's already yours. The universe doesn't speak English. It speaks energy. Every moment is a conversation with the cosmos. The question is, what are you saying there with your vibration right now? If you are not your body and your consciousness is not confined by space or time, then you are not living in just one reality. You're moving through infinite dimensions of consciousness, each determined by your vibration. Dimensions aren't physical places. They're states of being, frequencies, filters through which you interpret and interact with the field. Most people operate in the third dimension, the realm of duality, logic, and limitation. It's a plane of separation, cause and effect, and Allah, believe it when I see it. Life feels heavy. Time feels linear. Manifestation is slow. But as your vibration reads through emotional regulation, spiritual alignment, and coherence, access higher dimensions. In the fourth dimension, you become the observer. You respond instead of react. In the fifth dimension, intention manifests with ease, because you create from unity, not separation. You don't travel anywhere. You shift vibrationally. Every thought, emotion, and choice tunes you into a frequency, and that frequency determines the dimension you experience. Fear, guilt, and shame keep you in a limited field, and reality mirrors that limitation back. Gratitude, trust, and presence align you with a universe that already holds your possibilities. It's like tuning a radio's every station is already broadcasting. You just have to find the one playing your song. Your body, emotions, and intentions are the tuning dials. Raising your vibration isn't about being positive all the time. It's about being conscious of your state, aware of your frequency, and learning to elevate your inner world before expecting the outer to change. Quantum physics shows particles remain in potential until observed. What determines what gets observed? Your vibrational signature. That's why two people can live in the same physical world, but experience entirely different realities. They're not in the same energetic dimension. Your emotions are energetic codes. Grief slows the field. Joy accelerates it. Anxiety collapses. Possibilities, trust expands them. If you want to live in a dimension where manifestation is fluid, where time bends, and your future feels alive, you don't wait for it. You rise to meet it. It isn't loud or dramatic. It's subtle, silent. It begins the moment you stop reacting and start creating. When you stop waiting and start becoming. You realize your vibration doesn't just shape your future, it determines which version of you comes forward. Here's the paradox. The dimension you're in defines how reality feels, but you're the one choosing the dimension. So instead of asking from the mind, ask from the field. What dimension is my frequency tuning into right now? Am I ready to shift to the next one? If your vibration sets your dimension, and your dimension sets what's possible, then one truth becomes clear. The quantum field isn't passive. It's deeply responsive. You're not just floating in energy, you're in constant dialogue with it. And it always answers. The real question is, what are you asking? Vibrationally? Quantum mechanics tells us every particle exists as probability until something collapses it into form. That something is you, not just your analytical mind, but your entire being, your energy, emotion, and identity. As Joe Dispenza says, you don't get what you want. You get who you are. And Greg Braden reminds us, the field is the mirror of the heart. These aren't just metaphors, they're vibrational laws. When you emit a frequency through thought, feeling, or belief. The quantum field mirrors it back as his experience. It doesn't check if you deserve it, or if it's good or bad. It simply reflects what you are. That's why your current life isn't a test or a punishment. It's a direct response to the signal you've been sending. The people you meet, the patterns you see, the priorities that appear or don't, are echoes of your vibration. If you've been stuck in cycles, it's not because the field is ignoring you. It's because you've been instructing it to repeat what's familiar. And the field always obeys. The shift happens when you change the signal. Not by forcing, overthinking, or repeating affirmations on autopilot, but through coherence. When your thoughts, emotions, and body align into a single frequency, the field hears you clearly. That's when manifestation speeds up. That's when synchronicities multiply. That's when it feels like the universe is speaking directly to you, because it is. Here's what that looks like. When you feel real, embodied gratitude, not just words, but an emotion that fills you. Your heart generates a harmonious, magnetic field. Your brain synchronizes with it. This measurable state of coherence sends a clear signal into the quantum field. The HeartMath Institute has proven this. You become a transmitter, not of desperation or fear, but of clarity. And the field responds. Most people try to force a new reality from a vibration of lack, thinking harder, pushing more, even praying from a place of urgency. But the field doesn't respond to your words, it responds to your frequency. If you declare, "I am abundant," but your energy says, "fear," the field reflects fear. So the path isn't to convince, it's to align. Cultivate the state of being that matches the reality you want. Don't chase the outcome, embody the frequency. Want love? Be love. Want freedom? Vibrate as if it's already here. This isn't wishful thinking, it's quantum instruction. The field doesn't judge, punish, or test you. It simply mirrors your energy. And the more coherent your mind, heart, and body become, the more gracefully and quickly life rearranges around you. You're not forcing a new reality. You're becoming a new vibrational signature. And the field will match it. Now take a breath and ask if the field reflects exactly what I feel. What frequency do I choose to become? If the quantum field responds to who you are rather than what you're asking for, then this next insight isn't just empowering, it's a complete shift into how you see reality. You're not chasing experiences. You're the access point for them. The universe doesn't move toward you, it moves through you, according to the frequency you're broadcasting. You're not a separate observer looking in from the outside. You are the portal through which infinite timelines, possibilities, and outcomes collapse into form. This isn't poetic metaphor. It's vibrational mechanics. Every choice you make, every emotion you sustain, every thought you entertain vibrates at a certain frequency. That frequency determines which version of reality you have access to. You're not manifesting a single isolated event. You're curating an ongoing vibrational landscape. Your identity isn't fixed. It's fluid. And with each intentional shift in frequency, you align with a parallel version of yourself who is already living what you desire. Pause and take that in. The version of you who already lives in deep love, financial abundance, or unequal peace exists right now in the quantum field. Not as an idea, but as a fully formed energetic blueprint. The only reason you're not experiencing it yet is because your current vibration is tuned to a different channel. The bridge between where you are and where that version of you exists isn't time. It's alignment. This is where most people get it backward. They believe they need to push, work harder, or chase after their desires. But in the quantum model, you don't go there. You become it here. And when your frequency locks into that pattern, reality rearranges, not as a reward, but as a reflection. Just like a radio doesn't pull in a song, it simply matches the station's frequency. You don't bring in your dream. You tune into it, and it materializes through you. You are the bridge. You are the signal tower. You are the collapse point where energy becomes matter. Your power isn't in forcing, it's in embodying. That's why the present moment is sacred, because every new version of reality can only enter through the now, not through memory, not through wishful thinking, but through your state of being in this exact moment. When you shift here, reality shifts there. So how do you embody this portal power? You start by anchoring into the emotional state of the version of you who already has what you want, not pretending, not hoping, but embodying. In your breath, your posture, your self-talk, you show up as that version. You release the vibration of, I'm not there yet, and step into, this is who I am now. Every time you visualize with real emotion, you're training your body. Every time you breathe with intention, you're stabilizing your signal. Every time you speak from a place of fulfillment, not to fake it, but to feel it, you're collapsing into a new frequency. And then something profound happens. You stop waiting. You stop needing. You stop searching. Your nervous system stops signaling lack. Your mind stops speaking from separation. Your field stops sending mixed signals. And in that pure coherence, the new timeline appears. You're not manifesting a thing, you're becoming the frequency that can hold it. And the quantum field, precise and neutral, reflects it back. There's a frequency, subtle, ancient, and quiet, that doesn't push or demand. It simply is. No urgency, no fear, no resistance. It's the frequency of unification, the moment you remember. You are already the field expressing itself, through this body, this life, this now. When that remembrance takes root, you stop longing for your desires and start feeling them as familiar. You stop speaking to the universe from lack and start vibrating from fullness. This is the end of seeking and the beginning of embodying. Because the truth is, you were never separate from what you desire. You were only broadcasting a version of yourself that couldn't yet hold it. Now you remember, the field isn't out there, it's in you. It's the stillness behind every thought, the intelligence within every cell, the silence beneath every breath. And when your mind stops forcing and your heart starts trusting, reality stops feeling like something you must control and starts unfolding as something you simply allow. You walk through life not needing signs, because you are the sign. You stop waiting, because you've become the signal. Coherence isn't perfection, it's presence. It's returning to your center over and over. It's choosing the feeling before the form. It's acting from the future while standing firmly in the now. So as you leave this space, don't rush back into the old timeline. Pause. Breathe. Anchor into this state. Let the vibration of unity replace the noise of separation. You're not behind. You're not blocked. You're not broken. You're remembering. And the moment you surrender to this, not to give up, but to rise up, the universe flows through you with a grace that defies logic. Because now, you're not trying to change reality. You've become the one who no longer needs to try. And in that surrender, the quantum field responds, "Welcome back. I've been waiting."